Hello friends, welcome to the video lessons on electronic measuring instruments. In this class, I am going to discuss about shunt type of ohm meter, construction of shunt type of ohm meter and design of shunt type of ohm meter. In the last class, we have seen the other type of ohm meter, that is series type of ohm meter. We have seen what is the basic principle of ohm meter and the circuit and its functioning of a series type of ohm meter, and we have seen a few design examples also for series type of ohm meter. The second type of ohm meter is the shunt type ohm meter. In shunt type ohm meter, the basic PMMC movement is connected in parallel to the unknown resistance, as can be seen here in the diagram. Across the terminals A and B, the unknown resistance Rx will be placed, and the basic PMMC movement used, having an internal current of Im and internal resistance of Rm, is connected as a shunt to this unknown resistance. That is, it is connected in parallel to the unknown resistance. That is why the name series type of shunt type of ohm meter. And here, just like series type ohm meter, even in shunt type ohm meter also, it consists of a battery and a current limiting series resistance, RSE. But here, instead of a fixed resistance, a potentiometer is used as series resistance for current limiting, and a switch is placed here in the circuit along with in series with the power supply. Whenever the switch is closed, then the battery provides current to the circuit. Whenever the switch is open, there won't be any flow of current from the battery to the basic PMMC movement. Generally, when the device is not used, when the shunt type of ohm meter is not used, then the battery switch is always kept open in order to prevent damage of the PMMC movement. Now, let us see the first case when the terminals A and B are shorted. When the terminals A and B are shorted, the entire current flows through the short circuit. Here, when these two are short circuited, whatever is the current supplied by the battery, total current flows through this short, and no current is allowed to flow through this movement. So obviously, the current through the meter would be 0. That means the pointer of the meter will rest on the extreme left hand side. So the extreme left hand side position of the scale is marked as 0 ohms for a shunt type of ohm meter. In case of series type of ohm meter, it was totally different. In case of series type ohm meter, extreme right hand side corner of the scale is marked as 0. Now here the extreme left hand side is marked as 0 because for Rx is equal to 0, that is when terminals A and B are shorted. Of course, the switch is in closed condition. The total current flows through the short circuit only, allowing no current to flow through the meter. So that is first condition. The second condition is when the terminals A and V are open. Here, when the terminals A and B are open, that is when Rx is infinite, with this switch closed. Now the loop is closed and the loop resistance is Rse plus Rm. So the current flowing through the loop is V by Rse plus Rm. The current flowing through the loop is V by Rse plus Rm. Now here in this condition, that is when Rx is infinite, then the resistance Rse, the potentiometer Rse, is adjusted in such a way that the current through the basic PMMC movement does not exceed IFST. It has to be limited to IFSC in order to make sure in order to ensure the safety of the movement. So when Rx is equal to infinite, when terminals A and B are open with switch closed, a current flows through the movement, and by adjusting RSE it is set to be IFS, I full scale deflection, and this is given by the expression I full scale meter reading is equal to V by RSE plus RM, V by RSE plus RM, and the pointer with full scale meter current would be lying down on the extreme right hand side, and this position on the scale is marked as infinity because Rx is open circuited. Now, when any other value of unknown resistance is connected between terminals A and B, that is other than 0 and other than infinity, then in that case this Rx comes in parallel with Rm. So the equivalent resistance here for this parallel combination is Rm Rx by Rm plus Rx. And the total resistance offered by the circuit for the current supplied by the battery is Rsa plus the parallel combination of this. That means Rse plus Rm Rx by Rm plus Rx. And what is the expression for current? The expression for current I is equal to V by Rse plus Rm Rx by Rm plus Rx. That is given here. IB, it is given as IB, battery current. V by Rse plus Rm Rx by Rm plus Rx. And the current flowing through the meter Im. Now, this is the point of interest. Here, when this switch is closed, depending upon the total loop resistance, a current IB would flow in this direction. That is, the current flowing through RSE is IB, and that IB expression is V by RSE plus V by RSE plus Rx Rm by Rx plus Rm. Out of that IB, IFM, that is full scale deflection current of the meter, flows through the basic PMMC movement, and some other portion, other fraction of current Ix, let us name it as Ix, flows through the load resistance or unknown resistance. Now, what is the value of Im? The current here is Ib, and it is getting divided into two parts because of parallel arrangement of two resistors. So, generally, there is a basic principle. In order to find out the current in any one branch of a parallel combination, then a simple formula is used. That is, the total current Ib divided by the total resistance of the parallel combination, that is Rm plus Rx, multiplied with the resistance of the other arm. We are interested in the current flowing through the meter. So what is the resistance of other arm? It is Rx. So obviously Im is equal to Ib by Rm plus Rx into Rx, because we want to find out Im. So Im is equal to, this is Ib. Ib expression is this one, divided by Rm plus Rx into Rx. Now, when you simplify this expression, Rse into Rm plus Rx plus Rm Rx divided by Rm plus Rx. This denominator of the denominator fraction, this is the denominator fraction. Out of this denominator fraction, in this denominator fraction, the denominator is nothing but the LCM of this. LCM is Rm plus Rx, and numerator is Rse into Rm plus Rx. So Rse Rm, Rse Rx plus Rm Rx by Rm plus Rx. This denominator part of the denominator fraction can be taken out to the numerator. Say for example, A divided by B by C can be written as A into C by B, isn't it? A divided by B by C. B by C is the denominator fraction. Can be rearranged as A into denominator fraction is reversed, C by B. Similarly here, this denominator of the denominator fraction can be taken out to the numerator, that is Rm Rx, and this Rm Rx gets cancelled out with the Rm and Rx, Rm plus Rx here. So what is the resultant expression for Im? The resultant expression for Im is simply V into Rx divided by Rse into Rm plus Rse into Rx plus Rm into Rx. That is the expression for Im. Now, we know the expression for Im. Then, when this Im is divided by the full scale deflection current of the meter, the full scale deflection current of the meter expression is this one, V by Rse plus Rm. Now, Im, we have got one expression, divided by Im is one ratio as it is. This is the ratio. And IFM is also another ratio, V by Rse plus Rm. Now, the denominator ratio can be reverted, can be reciprocal of that can be taken while writing as a separate fraction. instead of writing in the denominator. So in that case, the expression here is Vrx divided by RSE plus RSE plus RMRx. Now in the second and third expressions, that is RSE and RMRx, I will take Rx as common. So in that case, what can I write? I can write it as Vrx by RSE plus Rx into RSE plus Rm. Vrx by RSE plus Rx into RSE plus Rm multiplied with RSE plus Rm by V. So when we simplify those two equations, those two fractions, the final expression, it would come to be Rx into RSE plus Rm by Rs into Rm plus Rx plus Rm Rx. Now, simply observe here. As I told already, RSE plus RSE plus RMRx. Instead of writing like this, I can write the denominator as RSE plus Rx into RSE plus Rm. Right? So if I write the expression like that, then this RSE plus Rm, let us take down to the denominator portion of the denominator. Then RSE divided by RSE plus Rm, the second function, plus Rx into RSE plus Rm by RSE plus Rm. RSE plus Rm in the second term, both numerator and denominator gets cancelled out and simply Rx remains. That is this value. So the value of S, that is the ratio of meter current to the full scale meter current. This is the current through the meter for any value of resistance. This is the current through the meter when the value is infinite. So the expression is this one. Now RSE by RSE plus Rm, the parallel combination of series resistance and meter resistance, is taken as Rp, is replaced with Rp. It is assumed to be Rp in order to simplify the complexity of the expression. This is assumed to be Rp. RSE by RSE plus Rm is assumed to be Rp. Now, please see here. Im by IFSM, Im by IFM is equal to Rs by Rx plus Rh. Now, let us assume that Rx is half scale deflection resistance Rh. Rx is equal to Rh. In that case, what happens? Im would be the same and IFM would be double this value. So, from the above expression for us, it is obvious that the halfway mark on the scale occurs when Rx equal to Rp. So here when Rx equal to Rp, in place of Rx, write Rp here. Rp by Rp plus Rp. Rp by 2 Rp. That means 1 by 2. That means IFM, the full scale meter reading, is equal to 2 times IM. When IM is the current flowing through the meter for any value. Here, when IFM equal to 2 times IM, when Rx is equal to RH, the half scale deflection resistance. So, at half scale deflection resistance, it is quite obvious that the current through the movement should be half the current through the movement for full scale deflection current. So, Im should be equal to IFM by 2, right? Im should be equal to IFM by 2. So, RH is equal and okay, where here up to here we have seen. From the above expression, for S, it is obvious that the half wave mark on the scale occurs when Rs is equal to Rp, Rx is equal to Rp. The distribution of scale marking is almost linear in the lower part, that is when Rx is very much less than Rp, that is extreme left hand side part is linear, and the readings are more dispersed, and it becomes progressively more crowded as Rx increases. That is, as the scale calibration progresses towards right, the readings will be more crowded, closer and closer. So, for this reason, a shunt type of ohm meter is mainly used for measurement of low value of resistances. Because for low values of resistances, you can get linear scale markings and the reading is proportional to the amount of resistance. That is why in linear range of the meter scale only we will take readings, or we will use the instrument only in its linear range. The linear range is to the left of RH and non-linear range is to the right of RH. So naturally, shunt type of ohm meters are suited for the measurement of low value of resistances. Is that clear? Now, as we have seen in yesterday's class, here also some other textbooks follow different notations. Instead of RSE, they have used it as R1, and instead of IB, they have used it as IT, and instead of IFSD or IM, sorry, instead of IFM, that is full scale meter current, they have used as IM or IFSD. So, to avoid confusion, let us analyze this circuit also. The principle would be exactly the same. There won't be any change. So, I repeat once again, if you are thorough with the concept of the uh, design of the instrument, then there won't be any confusion if we change the symbols used for different variables. So, we need not worry about the symbols used for different variables, but we have to be thorough with the design concept. So, for that, we will try to analyze this also. Figure in 7.1 consists of a battery in series with an internal resistance, adjustable resistance R1, and a D'Arsonval moment. So, with a resistor, adjustable internal resistor Rm, adjustable resistor R1, adjustable resistor R1, and D'Arsonval moment. Unknown resistance is connected across terminals A and B. When the unknown resistance Rx is equal to 0, that is when the terminals A and B are shorted, the meter current is 0. When the meter current, if the unknown resistance Rx is equal to infinity, that is when terminals A and B are open, 0 mark at left hand side of the scale, infinite mark at the right hand side of the scale. This we have seen. It is suited for the measurement of very low resistance values. Up to here, it is the same as it is. Now see the expressions simply here. According to figure 7.1, when Rx is equal to infinity, the full scale meter reading is, or meter current will be IFSD is equal to E by R1 plus Rm. In the previous case, what were the symbols used? Here it is IFSM is equal to V by RSE plus Rm. Instead of IFSM, here it is IFSD. Instead of RSE, here it is R1. Instead of V, here it is E. Otherwise, E and V both are same, IFSD, IFSM both are same, RSE, R1 both are same. The functions are same. Solving for R1, we get R1 is equal to, from this equation, R1 is equal to E by IFSD minus Rm. When any value of Rx connected across terminals, battery current is given by the equation IB is equal to, this already we have seen, E by Rm plus Rx Rm by Rx plus Rm. In that case, here it was given as simply Im. Sorry, it was given as I is equal to E by Rm plus Rx Rm by Rx plus Rm. Now, meter current decreases. Im is equal to IB by Rm plus Rx into Rx. Right? The current through the meter is total current IB divided by the two resistors of the parallel combination, sum of the resistance values of the two resistors in the parallel combination, multiplied with the resistance value of the other resistor in the parallel combination. If I want to measure the current through Rm, I have to write it here Rx. If I want to measure the current through Rx, I have to write here as Rm. That is quite simple. So Im is equal to ERX by R1 Rm plus Rx into R1 plus Rm. From where you got this expression? By substituting this expression for IB. The expression for IB is replaced with this one. This is the equation, and the replaced equation we got this one. Meter current for any value of Rx divided by full scale current is Im by IFSD. In the other example, it was Im by IFSM is equal to Rx into, previously it was RSE plus Rm, here it is R1 plus Rm, divided by Rx into RSE plus Rm in the last case, here it is R1 plus Rm plus RSE Rm there and R1 Rm here. Other than that, the equation is one and the same. The ratio of meter current to full scale deflection current. Here it was given as Im by IFSM. Now, Im by IFSD is equal to Rm into R1 plus Rm by Rx into R1 plus Rm plus R1 Rm. Already I explained how we arrived at this one in the previous example. Only thing is change in symbols. So that can be rearranged as Rx by Rx plus R1 Rm by R1 plus Rm. Assuming R1 Rm by R1 plus Rm to be Rp in order to simplify the equation, S is equal to Rx by Rx plus Rp. Up to here it should be clear because everything we have discussed in the first case. Now, at half scale reading of the meter, Rx is equal to RH. At Rx is equal to RH, what is the value of meter current? It is 0.5 times IFSD. That means S is equal to Im by IFSD is 0.5. Im is Im as it is. IFSD replaced with Im replaced with 0.5 IFSD and denominator IFSD as it is. IFSD gets cancelled out and S is 0.5. 0.5 is equal to RH by Rx plus RH. Sorry, here this is also RH. RH by RH plus Rp. Now, when I cross multiply, do this one. When I do cross multiplication in the equation, 0.5 into RH plus Rp is equal to RH. 0.5 RH plus 0.5 Rp is equal to RH. 0.5 RH is equal to Rx, RH minus 0.5 RH. So 0.5 Rp is equal to RH minus 0.5 RH is 0.5 RH. So 0.5 on both sides gets cancelled out. So Rp is equal to RH. So what is the value of RH? Its value is equal to Rp. What is the value of Rp? Rp is equal to R1 Rm by R1 plus Rm. So that is how we have to find out RH. Hence, Rx is equal to RH is equal to Rp is equal to R1 Rm by R1 plus Rm. For a shunt type ohm meter, the scale markings are more linear below RH and become gradually non-linear and gets crowded towards full scale deflection. Right? Hence, a shunt type ohm meter is used for the measurement of low resistances where the scale is in linear portion. So that is the final conclusion. A serial type ohm meter exhibits linear scale below RH value. So this type of ohm meter is used for the measurement of low resistance values. Next, let us see an example, design example. A shunt type ohm meter uses a 10 milliampere basic d'Arsonval moment with an internal resistance of 5 ohms. The battery voltage E is 3 volts. When a resistance RSH is connected across the moment, the instrument will indicate 0.5 ohms. Please try to understand this. We have to find out value of shunt resistance and the value of current limiting resistance R1. So here a PMMC movement with 10 milliamperes full scale deflection current and internal resistance of 5 ohms is being used. One thing. Next, E is given as 3 volts. The battery voltage is given as 3 volts. So this is the circuit arrangement. Now, what is additionally given? When a shunt resistance RSH is connected across the movement, the instrument will indicate zero point 0.5 ohms. That is, when this type of circuit to this type of circuit arrangement, a parallel or shunt resistance is connected here between the terminals A and B, like this. Then the meter here indicates 0.5 ohms. Now we have to calculate what is the value of RSH and what is the current limiting resistance R1. Now, for half scale deflection of the movement, Im is equal to 0.5 IFSD, that is 5 milliamperes. The voltage across the movement is M is equal to 5 milliamperes into 5 ohms. Here, a shunt type ohmmeter with an internal resistance of 10 milliamperes is used. Now, for half scale current, the current should be 5 milliamperes. For 5 milliamperes, what is the voltage across the movement? That is across these terminals A and B, it would be 25 millivolts. 5 milliamperes is the half scale deflection current and 5 ohms is the internal resistance. So it has to be 25 millivolts. This voltage appears across the unknown resistance Rx also. So the same 25 millivolts appears across the unknown resistance also. Hence, the current through Rx is, now when a shunt is placed, meter is showing 0.5 ohms. That is, this value is 0.5 ohms. When this is 0.5 ohms and here the voltage is 25 millivolts, then Ix, the current through the unknown resistance, is 25 millivolts by 0.5 ohms, that is 50 milliamperes. The current through the unknown resistance is 50 milliamperes. Now, the current through this is 5 milliamperes. The current through this is 50 milliamperes. The current through the movement plus the current through the shunt must be equal to the current through the unknown resistance at half scale. So, ISH, the current at half scale, is equal to Ix minus Im, that is 50 milliamperes minus the current through the basic PMMC movement is 5 milliamperes. So the current through the shunt, that is through this, the current through this is for 45 milliamperes. So with 45 milliamperes current flowing through the shunt and the voltage across the terminals to be 25 millivolts, we know the voltage across these two terminals, that is 25 millivolts. The current through this shunt is 45 milliamperes. So the the shunt resistance RSH is equal to E M or ESH or EX or EAB, all are same because all are in parallel. So its value is 25 millivolts divided by 45 milliamperes. That is 10 power minus 3 in numerator, 10 power minus 3 in denominator gets cancelled out. It is 25 by 45 or 5 by 9. What it would be? 9 5s are 45. Once again 5. 9 5s are 45. So 5.55555 and so on it will come. And if we approximate it to 2 digits, it has to be 5.56 ohms. That is about part A. Now part B. The battery current is, what is the battery current? Battery current is the current through all resistance values. The current through the moment, the current through the shunt resistance, the current through the unknown resistance. Quite obvious. Here, what is the current supplied by this battery? Suppose if I assume this to be IB, IB gets divided into ISH, IM and IX. ISH is 45 milliamperes and here it is 5 milliamperes and here it is 50 milliamperes. So put together it is 100 milliamperes. Battery current is 100 milliamperes. And battery voltage is 3 volts. Now based on this we have to find out R1. Battery current IT is 100 milliamperes. The drop or the voltage drop across the current limiting resistance is 3 minus 25 millivolts, that is 2.975 volts. Because here across terminals A and B, the voltage is 25 millivolts. That is being calculated here. EM is equal to 5 milliamperes into 5 ohms, 25 millivolts. So here it is 25 and here it is 3. So what is the resistance value here? This potential minus this potential divided by the current through this resistance. Here it is 3. Here it is 0.25 into 10 power minus 3 divided by, what is this current? 100 milliamperes. 100 into 10 power minus 3. So it is 2.975 by 100 milliamperes. 100 into 10 power minus 3. So here it is 10 power minus 1. 10 power minus 1 when taken to the numerator, it is into 10 power 1. So 2.975 into 10 power 1, that is 29.75. So the voltage across the unknown resistance, across the current limiting resistance is 29.75 volts. When the voltage is known, then the value of resistance is 29.75 volts divided by 100 milliamperes. So that is the unknown resistance. Sorry, here this is ohms, OHMS. 2.975 by 100 milliampere, that is 29.75. So this is all about shunt type of ohm meters. Here we have seen the same circuit using two different notations, but the concept is the same in both the cases. Don't get confused with the notations. Be thorough with the concept. Whatever textbook you refer, you be thorough with the concept. And we have seen, of course, one example design problem also. So with this, the topic shunt type ohm meter is completed. We'll go to the next topic, that is mega ohm meter, within a few minutes. Thank you.